Hey, I'm Lucas Cooney, and I'm in charge of the videos for the Archery Talk YouTube and Facebook channels. I have been shooting compound bows for about 6 years now. I'm a father of 2, and I work for a media publishing company. I first got into archery almost by accident. I'm the editor of ATV.com, an off-road publication, and Kawasaki invited us out to test some vehicles for the day, and then they also invited out Hoyt Archery, and we were going to ride in the early part of the day and shoot bows in the afternoon. I'd never shot a bow before. I thought it sounded like a great time, so I went out there, and Jeremy and Kevin from Hoyt were there. They set me up. I think at the time it was with a carbon matrix, and I could barely pull the bow back. And this is, Kevin Wilkie's a World Cup champion archer, and I'm so embarrassed that I could barely pull this bow back. It was probably 60 pounds, and I felt like a feeble little man, but I immediately got the bug for archery. As soon as I got back to our hotel after the shoot, I started looking up bows on the internet and stumbled across Archery Talk, became a member right away, started trying to find used bows, and eventually I picked up the guys at Hoyt that helped me out with a media discount on a Contender, which is the very first bow I ever bought, and I had it just up until just a few weeks ago. I've shot. I like to hunt. I like to shoot kind of theater style target. I like to shoot Vegas kind of target rounds. I like shooting 3D archery a lot. I like shooting field archery a lot. I've messed around with recurve. I've messed around with crossbows. I've briefly toyed around with even traditional bows, and it's all fun in its own way. But if I had to choose one type of bow and one type of discipline, I would probably say a target bow shooting field archery. I think field archery is 100% my favorite form of at least competitive archery, because it's everything I like about 3D, except I get to shoot a lot more. 3D is, you're shooting 20 or 40 arrows a day depending where you are. Field archery is, I think, 72 arrows if you're shooting a feeder round, or 114 if you're shooting like an NFAA round. I just like shooting a lot, and plus, you're generally shooting 4 arrows at a target. So if you screw up once, you get 3 more chances to correct it. Whereas in 3D, you got to deal with that 8 or that 5 and move on to the next target. But field gives you a little bit of a chance at early redemption. So what do I do when I'm not shooting bows or working, and I'm just hanging out with my kids for the most part? I've got a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old girl, and they keep me very busy. They take up all of my non-archery and work time, pretty much. I usually come and shoot actually after they go to bed, so I try not to lose any time with them. So I'm fortunate to be a member at Peel Archery Club. It's open 24 hours a day. I usually come here for 9 o'clock or so and shoot for a couple hours after everyone's kind of called it a day already. It's been a fantastic fun. I'm so happy I found this place. Just having that 24/7 access to a club and a 70-meter indoor range gave me a chance to do anything I would want to do with a bow. The worst thing you can do is buy a bow and just have it not fit you and not feel right. You get frustrated and you just stop doing the sport. So if you get a bow that's early on, at least that's adjustable until you know what fits you right. And don't spend a ton of money at first. There's tons of affordable bow options out there. There's tons of used bow options out there. Find one of those without breaking the banks to start with. Just see if you like it. Because a lot of people pick up a sport like this and then spend a ton of money and then get frustrated and let it go, and all of a sudden they've lost all this money. Even if they sell their stuff used, they're going to lose at least half of what they spend. So if you start off with a more affordable bow, and don't go crazy with accessories, and just kind of get in to see if you like it. And if you find out you do like it right away, that's good. You can sell that bow if you want to and get a better one. But at least you know what fits you, that you like it, you want to keep continuing to do it. So I think right now in my equipment room / basement, I want to say I've got 14-ish bows. Right now I've got 3 or 4 of the new target bows in, I've got 7 hunting bows in, I've got a couple of crossbows, and then I've got all my own personal bows. So it's too much. I haven't shot any of my own bows since I picked up the first target bow for that test like a year and a half ago. I've not pulled back the string on one of my bows a single time since then. They've been sitting idle. So I actually just sold my very first bow, the first bow I bought. It was hard to part with it, but I saw somebody else that wanted it more than I did and needed it, so I sold to him for a good price, and hopefully he's having a good time with it. But it was so now I'm down. I guess maybe I'm down to 13 now instead of 14. It gets a little overwhelming at times. You never get used to any one single bow, but it is a fantastic problem to have.